Hello, it's Deborah from the attic, and I've got the April subscription box from Your Creative Studio to share with you today. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, tick that like button. It really helps me on YouTube. So as always, there's a little card welcoming you to your monthly kit, and it's a nice little touch, isn't it? I always appreciate it. And then we can guess already that this is about typewriters and writing. I've already snipped through the little sticker that holds the tissue paper in place, and I've had a tiny little look in the box, but I haven't gone very much further than that. So let's dive in. These are really pretty little stamps, and these are the sort that you just stick on the back of an acrylic block, and you can make them up into a word. And there's different styles. So one has got a bold, a normal, more natural. So they have upper and lowercase in both of these styles. This one, the lowercase, is slightly italic, so you can really mix it up as well. And there are useful numbers at the bottom, so that's a great little stamp to get started with. I haven't opened any of these packets, so we'll discover these together. Now let me show you these, because I have seen these in these kits before. If you peel off the protective paper on the back, you have a real wafer thin little sticker, and these are ideal for journal pages. And there's always a huge variety of these. So there's flowers, there's a nice little logo. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really pretty, isn't it? And these look Edwardian, maybe late Victorian style. They are beautiful, and there's so many of them as well. You always get so much in these kits. They're a real joy to unwrap. Time flies. Oops. And the way that these items are packaged, these are great little things that you can use in your journals as well. They're really robust card. Oh wow. Cinema tickets, ticket coupons. Oh, they're cool. And these are parchment style. So again, nice and thin. You could see things underneath them. So you could do interesting things with layers or collage effects. Cling stamp with a picture of a typewriter on it. I keep trying to open these in such a way that I don't destroy the image on the top, and sometimes it can be quite tricky. Haha. Oh, it's a decent size as well. Wow. I'll stamp that out and I'll show you what that looks like as well. There's a full book of these details du jour. Absolutely loads of those. And the bottom section is perforated, so you can simply fold it and tear it off really easily to give yourself 2 tickets, or you can leave it as one piece. Original stickers. This looks interesting. It's like Christmas opening these little things in the box. Oh wow! And it says that these are stickers. So let's see. Let's try this one. Yep, there we go. So you can stick those on anything. Doesn't have to be journals. Haha, like that, the love journal. The washi tape. I want to use these bags. I wonder if I'll be able to use them in a project making things using this kit. I'll have a think. Oh wow, this is great. Oh look, it's got typewriters, all different types of typewriters on it. This washi has got all different types of old-fashioned typewriters on it. That's really, really nice. And it's a nice wide washi as well. That must be about 1 inch wide, I'd say. Still to come then. Lots of things still to discover. Wooden stamp. Ooh. Okay. That stamp has a fairly random image on the front of it, so we'll stamp that out and have a look. And then this is intriguing. It's a little wooden typewriter. It's so sweet. There's a little groove here. You could use it to hold things in like that. I do love those closures. I said that you always get a lot in these kits, and this just tells the tale. These are almost, they're almost like bookmarks. You could use these as bookmarks, you could use these to mark pages. Some of them have got perforations, so you can rip them across the top. These are beautiful, and they're also in very nice soft colours. So you've got a vintage colour, vintage sepia, or you've got a nice cream colour. So that really gives you plenty of options. Oh, that's brilliant. Really like, I always like anything that looks a bit tickety. Very often these items come in beautiful packaging as well. There's a set of stickers with some typewriters in different sizes, so 2 large ones on the bottom there and some smaller ones. And finally, some really pretty papers. These are lovely. Now, sometimes these are sticky on the background, so let's just see. So this sheet, for example, is a whole sticker. So you could die cut that, cut shapes from it, or just use it as a full piece on one of your projects. This sheet also has a sticky backing. This one doesn't. And finally, there is this parchment style paper. So they add such interest to journal pages. I'm going to turn one of these envelopes into a covered envelope using the items from the kit. To do that, I've got to remove the sticker, sadly, because I do think it's very pretty. I'm also going to carefully open out the envelope. I think it's easier to start with a full canvas. You just have to remember, this is the front, this is the top. If you're going to put anything on here, make sure you put it on the right way up. I've covered the front of my envelope. I've also cut out a piece and put it on the inside top so that when you open the envelope, it looks as if it's got coloured paper on the inside as well. And I want to add some paper to the top flap of this, so I just want to show you how to do that. Remember that the top flap is going to be this way up, so when you're adding your piece of paper, make sure you have it the right way. And the way I'm going to make sure that I get this piece in exactly the right place is to open up the flap, line up the edge of the fold with my piece of paper. And I know this piece of paper is going the right way because I've put it on the top, laid it on the top and unfolded it. And then I'll draw around it, following the shape of the envelope. And then when you're cutting this out, cut just inside that line, and the extra piece that you're going to stick on will fit on the inside of the envelope neatly. Perfect fit. So I'm going to complete the envelope by putting a panel on the reverse and maybe doing a bit of zhuzh on the front. I wanted to show you how easy these stamps are to use. There's a little protective cover on the back. You just pull that off and put it onto an acrylic block like that. And there we go. Really, really nice little stamp. That smudge is my fault. I let the ink pad get into the centre of the image. I've also stamped this stamp, the one with the random pattern on the front, and considering how fine the detail is in these lines, I'm really quite impressed with how nicely it came out. I've taken some of the letters here and put them onto a block, and this is how they look when they're stamped out, so they're very versatile. And I wanted to show you that you can stamp onto little stickers as well. In order to get a really good impression, I'm using a StazOn ink. I think that will be better than some of the other inks. So I've got a word ready. I'm just going to stamp it in the centre. And there we go. It's so useful to have alphabet stamps in your stash. My envelope is fully covered now, panels on the back and the inside flap as well, and I want to zhuzh up the front. So I've taken one of the pieces of cardstock that came in this container, I've torn it at the serrated edge, and I want to add one of these characters, one of these stickers to the front to make it interesting. I don't really want the lines underneath to show through. So if you don't want the benefit of the parchment style effect sticker, what you can do is remove the protective backing and very carefully I'm going to just snip that off. Snip that bit away. That'll make it easier for me to line it up without my fingers taking away all the adhesive on the back. So I can take my time. When I'm happy it's lined up, I remove the backing and smooth the rest of the sticker down on top and into place. And what that gives me is a more solid image that I can then stick on my project, and it won't have the lines showing through underneath. I'm going to do the same with these two stickers on the reverse to create a faux seal for the back of my envelope as well. I've prepared some things to go inside my envelope. I've used the little sticker that we stamped onto. I've also taken some of the bits that you can rip off with the perforated edges and stuck them on top of each other like that, so that there will be something inside my envelope as well. To complete my envelope, I've stuck two of the retro labels on top of each other using their own adhesive. I've now got, it's difficult to show you because it's clear, but I've now got the little piece of protective backing, and I'm going to cut this in half. And I'm going to use the adhesive to glue directly onto the label, onto the back of the envelope I should say. And I'm going to leave the adhesive on the bottom part of that label, so that way it won't actually seal the envelope unless I want it to. So it just makes a nice little extra detail on the front of my envelope. I hope that's given you some ideas for how you can use this really delicious kit. Thanks for watching as always, and until we meet again, stay safe and take care.